Frozen in this moment, the last, and I know it. Think about the winners with hands with the coldest. Think about handout, shit, you're still growing. Think about the world, how we didn't even notice.
A big hello and welcome to Cabin Fever Podcast. Hello, everybody. How you doing out there? Hope all is well. And I hope you guys are doing good, okay? Now, we haven't done a podcast in quite a while because we've been busy, but we are back. We're back live. We are joined by Declan. He is basically the West Cork version of Arnold Schwarzenegger. You wait until you see this guy. This guy is built like I don't know what. I tell you what, he makes me feel old just looking at pictures of him. I tell you that much for sure. But Declan Meaney is going to be checking it out with us. He's going to be telling us what he's been doing since he's left school. And like, there's really no introduction for this guy. Wait till you see the pictures. That's all I can say. Ladies, you're in for a treat. And fellas, if you go that way too, you're in for a treat too, to be perfectly honest with you. The guy is an absolute legend. He's really, really nice. He is really, really busy, so we're not going to keep him long. But we're going to be talking about all things fitness, all things health, all things gym, the do's and don'ts, maybe possibly in the gym. And we're just going to get to know him. So it's that simple. So hopefully, God willing, we can press this button and everything should come in. And Declan, how are you, brother? How's things?
Keeping good, buddy. Yourself?
We're hanging in there. We're after coming in black and white again. I don't know why this is happening, but hold on. We get color. We're into color now. See, these things just take a small bit of time. That's all we need. How's life been anyway, brother? How you getting on?
Yeah, keeping really good now, in fairness. Like keeping as busy as possible as well, especially with the return of the gyms now again. Just been flat out making plans, just setting up new people. It's been really exciting. Loving it.
Like getting all back to normal. I suppose you've been a bit like my trade. You've been closed for quite a bit. Did you get to open this time last year, or not this time last year, but did you get to open for that small bit of a window that the pubs got to open for as well?
So I'm doing online coaching. So I've been kind of open all the way through lockdown. I've been kept going all the way through. So there's no stop for me. Yeah.
Well, see, I was going to think about doing that with pubs and just start delivering drink to people's houses, but yeah, I don't think I would have gotten away with it quite so well as that is. But the online world is great to a certain degree, I suppose. But like, you still kind of can't beat the whole one-on-one type training, can you?
I don't really miss it too much. It was good having that interaction at the same time. Like, but for me personally, I think online coaching is a way better. You could actually affect person's life a way more compared to like doing that one-on-one session. You'd be looking at different aspects like their sleep, stress, water intake, training, nutrition, compared to if you're like a PT. You're just kind of looking at their training. That's it, just for that one day. So you get a way better results out. I feel like for your clients, which is the main thing.
I never thought of it that way. I genuinely see. This is how ignorant I am to certain places and certain things. I just thought you guys go, well, here's your exercise for the week. We'll see you again next week, and thanks very much. And that's what I genuinely thought online coaching was about. But you go through there. Well, like, okay, think of me, right? I come to you and go, Declan, I want to get into shape. Like, where do you start?
We'd start with your goals. First of all, if you wanted to add like some size, if you wanted to get leaner, whichever it may be, and we just kind of like take it from there. If it is to like gain more confidence, we list every single one of your goals, and then like you basically give me all your details, your height, weight, food that you like, anything like that. Every kind of detail possible would be the best thing for me, like to make your plans as tailor-made as possible for you. Even like the exercise you like as well, and the style of training you enjoy. So it could be more cardio-based, could be more weight-based, whichever it may be.
And like you get different worlds, you get a balance of it. Like we'll say, I'm a 33-year-old old man dad now at this stage. I look at pictures of you and you just make me feel old. That's what I'm saying, man. You just make me feel old. And that you really do. But if a regular guy came into you and says, look, I want to get in shape. I don't want to be, Arnold Schwarzenegger, but I want to be, able to carry myself. We'll say the average fitness, Yeah. You can like tailor everything down to like their eating, their sleeping, their drinking intake. Like if someone came to you as in just the regular Joe, what would be kind of the biggest change they would come across? Like obviously the training again, like, but would it be the eat? Like everything is, I know I saw a saying before where, it's gym or getting fit is 10% gym work and 90% nutrition or something. There's some old saying like that, isn't there?
Yeah. So basically, I think it's more kind of like mindset compared to like actual training and nutrition itself, because if you kind of look into someone's eating habits and like why are they eating these poor choices of food, whichever it may be, or emotional eating, that could be such a big factor. Or like even like their mindset towards training. They might just, it's just everything's mindset related, really. Like with nutrition, then if you're not going to eat the food, you're not going to gain size, you're not going to get stronger. And the same goes like if you're overeating, then you're not, if you can't out train a bad diet, basically. Like,
Oh, that's a good saying. I've never heard that before. You can never out-train a bad diet. Jesus, that's a pretty cool looking thing, isn't it? This whole online training. Like I used to do a lot of training back in the day, but it was more get your ass up army style training where you trained until you puked, and then you trained some more and you puked again, and that was the kind of training that I used to have to do. But yeah, things have changed. Like completely and utterly changed. Like I was looking at some of your Instagram, and Jesus, even your own body has changed. We'll show that in a little while now. But how did you get involved in this entire world of fitness? Like, because it's not as if it's a West Cork thing. Like, you know what I mean? This is kind of a small bit out there. Like this Bantry isn't known for its how would I say bodybuilding and fitness fanatics, really.
yeah, it's a funny one, like, because I just basically started gym because, like, just for performance based, like for soccer and even like just gain confidence. That was back in secondary school, and I just kind of took that to college at the same time, and just kind of went from there. Kept on developing a love for just mainly just training. I completely forgot about like sports as much. Like it's more about like the gym, nutrition, stuff like that. And then I decided to do like a photo shoot prep, and I joined up with Team Accomplished, the team I'm working with now at the moment,
Uh-huh.
and did the photo shoot prep. And I just had so much kind of belief in myself after doing the photo shoot prep that, you know, I could actually like completely transform my physique compared to like going into it. I was like, oh my God, I'm not going to look like this person or that person, whoever it is, because you're always comparing yourself to the next guy. But the main thing is to kind of stay in your own lane and kind of like focus on yourself and just keep on working towards your own goal. And that's how I kind of got into it, really.
That would talk to me about this Team Accomplished. This is an online type coaching
Yeah,
team that
so
sort of it's a brand basically of a group. How many is there? 4 or 5 of you guys?
and there's 4 of us now.
4 of
Yeah,
yous now,
so yeah, so there's Connor and Kate. They started the business now, and um they've set up the brand for the last couple of years now. They've coached like clients to competition wins. They've actually won competitions themselves in bodybuilding, even photo shoot prep clients and lifestyle clients then as well. So it's not just strictly down to people that's like doing competitions or photo shoots and looking for this unbelievable dream physique, whichever it may be. Like it's about like creating good habits, like that peak, you know, make people happy at the same time.
Yeah. Sort of change small things in their lives for big outcomes. Like,
Yeah, like
yeah,
a big aspect would just be like improving our confidence, like working with clients every day and kind of like hearing back like feedback, like that I'm like down a dress size. That can make the craziest difference in the world to a
yeah,
woman,
man.
like, as you know.
Yeah, come here, man. And it, like the old saying, Tesco's goes, every little helps. You know what I mean? And even like there's a certain what is it? They used to call it the running buzz. Like after a run, you'd feel it. Like, you know, your body just keeps pumping and pumping and pumping. And I'd imagine it's same for the ladies as it is for the fellas. Like if you get a good sweat, a good workout, you kind of feel more energetic from it. As sort of as weird as it sounds, the more tired your body gets, the sort of the more energy it kind of gains for the next day and the next day and the next day. Before you know where you are, like you're really looking forward to training all over again. It's like one of them cycles. You just gain more energy, more confidence. It's kind of a vicious cycle, really, isn't it? That it just feeds the beast
Yeah,
inside you, and you just want to keep going and going and going. Like,
yeah, just like that feeling of like increased confidence and happiness is kind of like addicting. If anything, you just want to
yeah,
keep on like you know, keep on doing it, keep on like training, eating good, feeling good, increased confidence. It all kind of comes hand in hand at the same time.
it's nice. It's nice to be able to see them subtle changes in your body. You start realizing, oh, there's a muscle there that I never saw before, or oh, there's a muscle here that I never saw before, and all these small, little, tiny little changes add up constantly and constantly and constantly.
Yeah, it just makes a world of a difference to someone as well. Just like seeing the changes in their physique as the weeks go on, it's just crazy. I know you have like checking pictures as well from their starting pictures compared to like a couple of weeks time, or like even like a month or two time, and they're just blown away from the progress they've made, like, which is amazing. Like, and just hearing how grateful they are that makes like the world of a difference, like as well.
Yeah, I'd say it's a very rewarding job, to be fair, because like if people are coming to you saying, I've done this, I've done that, thank you so much, like it must be a high, it must be like a drug for you as well, because you're helping people achieve, as the no pun intended, team achieve, but you know, you're helping people get these little goals and little victories every single day. It must be great for you as well, because you can turn around and go, well, I helped them do that, and now I feel like I can make them do that small bit more and that small bit more again and again. And it's like Lego blocks. You just sort of build and build and build and build. Before you know where you are, you have a structure, you know?
Yeah, it's crazy. Like you just see them at the start, and they might feel like not confident in themselves, like just like really unhappy in themselves. And then by the end of it, then like they'd be like smiling during their checking pictures, to be absolutely delighted with life, be like so grateful for everything. Like it's just mental. Like it's just like you're building up someone like to kind of be the best version of them themselves. Like
that must be a cool feeling. That must be like the most rewarding feeling from the whole job itself.
Yeah, definitely.
That is cool, man. There's not too many jobs like when like I could sort of say the same about serving drink in a pub. You know, I see the before pictures and then I see them again at 3:00 in the morning. And do you know what? The same pictures don't line up. You know, your pictures go the other way. My pictures go this way. You know, you see them going out at 9:00 at night and they're all dolled up and they're all fancy. And the fellas' shirts are all nicely tucked in and the collars are pressed and the ladies with the eyelashes and the makeup and everything. And then you see them at 3:00 in the morning and the fella's shirt is half ripped. And, you know, there's probably Jägermeister down the side of their neck and the ladies
all downhill.
Yeah, you go slightly different. Your progression goes that way. My progression goes this way. It's a funny way things work.
Yeah, funny old circle.
Yeah. We got to hold on a second, man. We got to figure out this. If this will work now, we're going to see something. This is your own transformation. Like that is a serious transformation, dude. Like what was that like? That was a huge transformation, even for just yourself.
Yeah, it's just like when you look at the pictures, you just kind of get blown away myself. Sometimes just compare my starting pictures compared to like what I actually like brought on like my photo shoot day. It was just like a lot of hard work, just like 12 weeks. That was a 12-week prep, that one now, of just like getting up. Yeah. So basically I just do my check-ins first thing in the morning, like 7:00. I was doing my walk before that then. So I'd be up 6:00 every morning. And then like just eating food every single day, and that's just kind of goes back down into starvation mode after a while. It starts keep on dropping until you start showing every single bit of detail of your physique, and just training hard all the way through, just in the gym every single day. So yeah, just
amazing.
Tough work. Yeah, definitely.
You managed to get a tan as well along the way. In fairness to you, you managed to pick up a tan along the way, and you know, even your boxer shorts got smaller along the way. That was just all the muscle, wasn't it? That was the muscle.
That's it. I actually have spray tan on there now. It's just for the photo shoot itself. It comes across way better. When you're more tan.
There's nothing like a pasty white Irish boy, really, for muscle pictures. It doesn't do very well for fitness, really, does it? Us Irish people, we've got that pasty white skin, like, you know.
Yeah, it wasn't fun putting on the tan now, all fairness, though.
I can't.
It just feels it's so sticky, like it's absolute mank. Just couldn't wait to get it off, like, but it looks way better in the day.
I can't, honestly, man, I can't imagine how ladies do it. Every Friday, Saturday night, you see them come out and they've got new tan on. I just, like, it takes them an hour to put the thing on, and then they wake up in the morning and half it's all over the bed. And I just look, oh man, I don't understand it. But hey, look, if it gives them more confidence, why the hell not? That's all.
You definitely have to give them credit, anyways.
Yeah, man. Yeah. But come here, talk to me. What did you weigh in on your? We'll say your post 12 weeks. What were you weighing in at?
At the very beginning, I was weighing 88 kg, around that mark, and then for the actual shoot itself, I was 79 kg. So it wasn't like
10 kgs. Wasn't huge, but it was still that's still a lot though. 10 kgs is what? There's how many kgs in a stone now for all those people, old school people back home? That's that's only a stone and a half, isn't it? Am I right?
I
I may be
don't
wrong.
usually go by stone. I usually go by
Yeah, I
kg
know.
and pounds.
That used to be the way I used to do things as well. But for those listening at home, I think it's about a stone, or maybe up for about a stone and a bit. I think I could be up for correction there. So if anybody's got a calculator out there watching us, please, please,
Yeah, I
please,
think
please get
it's
up to us.
11 stone, isn't it? Is that a? I mean,
Yeah,
11 kg is a stone around that
that is,
mark.
yeah. I think so. We'll go with that. Ain't no one coming on here
Yeah.
telling us we're wrong anyway for the start. So we're gonna keep going with that. We'll sound intelligent anyway the way things are working there. We've got
That's it.
Laura Harrington coming in. She wants to know, where do I sign up? So she's delighted with your pictures, Laura. There's probably more coming, so don't worry. She's checking us out. She's like, where do I sign up? Oh my god. So look, we've got a fan already. Laura, how are you doing? How are things? Neil Williams is checking in as well, saying, hey lads, how you doing? But yeah, man, they're like serious transformations. Like in 12 weeks from start to finish, training what, every single day of the week, or are you getting a break day, or?
Yeah, so basically I do 5 days a week and I have 2 days off. So the main thing is you have that bit of recovery in between, so you're able to perform properly in the gym the next day. If you don't actually take any days off, you just go in like feeling lethargic, like having no energy, feeling fatigued, and you won't be able to get stronger. You won't be able to gain muscles. So it's really
Yeah.
important to have those 2 days off a week and just like focus on recovery. But on those days off, you'd probably be doing cardio at the same time, just going for like a walk in the morning or going on the bike or something like that. So you're always on the go when you're doing your prep.
Yeah, man. I remember having to try and make weight, and that is a bitch. When I was fighting, trying to make weight, man, it's not fun. You get cranky. You just like you start like we were sweat training as well. Like so, we'd have to lose a couple of kilos to get down to weight, and it would be horrible, man. Like you'd be going to sleep in black bags with hats on and scarves. Like, and I say this to people, and people are going, "Terence, you're off. You're a rocker." That's what we used to have to do, though. You know what I mean? Like, on a serious note, this is what we used to have to do. And we used to get the hot baths and like just have our neck above the water and just sweat it out of us all the time. And it just was not fun. It really was not fun because you were just basically dehydrating your body completely, absolutely dehydrating your body. And I think they're after getting rid of that now in the Olympics this year, which is kind of good because, like, I know fellas that were losing 10 kgs to get down to fight, like, and that's a lot of weight to lose. Like just to start, like you were literally starving your body to get down to that that level.
You probably wouldn't be given a lot of time either, I'd say, would you?
Well, it all depends on what you are doing with your weight. Like, you know what I mean? Like you walk around, like I used to box 52 kgs in a different life. I couldn't even look at that now. I think I weighed myself the other day about 155 pounds. So I'm Conor McGregor weight, Conor McGregor fighting weight. But I could probably, like, if I went back, if I ever went back fighting again, I think I'm too old to actually register to be a fighter now. But I'd probably lose 10 pounds comfortably enough. I could come down to 10 pounds too. So 145, I could probably fight at. And that'd be comfortable enough. But I know some fellas like literally trying to make weight a month beforehand, having to lose 10 kgs. So that's 2 kgs a week, like. Plus
that'd be nasty.
That's
2 kgs a week is very steep.
Yeah, dude, and like they come in and they look sick, like, you know what I mean? Like their face is all drawn and their eyes are out through their heads, like they look like some of them soldiers in World War, like, you know what I mean? That real skeleton type look, like McGregor looked like when he was weighing in at 145, like, do you know what I mean? He was just skin and bone, like, you know what I mean? It's just not fun. It really is just not fun. So hold on, we got Neil coming in. 10 kgs is 1.57 stone, so we weren't too far off at 1.5 stone. That wasn't too bad of a calculation. Yeah, we take that. Thanks, Neil, for doing that for us, buddy. But we got to get into it because I know you're into your what's your cheat day meal? Every fitness guy has got a cheat day meal. What is it? What is the thing that you just can't say no to every time?
I would have to say probably 4-star pizza. Get a big, huge pizza, cookies, go for the whole shebang. I don't do it as much now because I nearly feel really bad after. I nearly feel like I'm like hungover after eating like a pizza because I'm so used to eating like good food now at this stage that these days I kind of go for a burger now instead because I don't feel too bad after compared to getting like pizza and cookies and all that stuff. I just feel
Yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
absolute death the next day. I just don't want to get off the couch.
It happens though, man. It really does. Like, people don't understand. Like, when you're at that sort of elite level that you're at, when you start having sort of shitty food again, you've got that sort of fast food hangover. Like, you know what I mean? That, like, no energy, and it's just, you can feel it sort of stuck in your gut. Like, you know what I mean? Just trying to get out. Like,
Yeah.
doing anything just to sort of feel some bit better in yourself. Man, yeah, I've had that. Like, yeah, do you know what I mean, man? It's not good to feel that way. It really is not
No.
good to feel that way. But 4 stars still the cheap meal. It's still 100%. You'd still go for that in the morning if you could. You could go, yeah, 4 star cheap meal.
Yeah. 4 star is good.
What's your least favorite exercise? So then,
um, least favorite. I don't really have too many kind of like, maybe like doing calf raises because I just find them really kind of boring and tedious.
yeah, but
Just
they
like
suck.
working the calves. They're not
Yeah,
the funniest exercise to do in the world now.
they suck. They
I
suck
love it.
so bad.
Yeah, I love every other exercise. If I'm doing like quads, hamstrings, doing upper body, anything like that, like just love doing everything. Like, but like calves, just a bit tedious. Just like bring your heels up and down. And that's all you're
Yeah,
doing. Then has to be done though.
yeah, man, you got to have that balance. There's nothing worse than a fella going around as if he's Arnold Schwarzenegger on top and he's like a milkshake on the bottom, you know, these tiny little milk legs, like, you know. You
Yeah,
got to keep the whole sort of proportion going, you know. And them calves, man, they suck, though. Calf exercises suck, and they hurt.
definitely.
Like, that really hurts. Them and the triceps, they're the two smallest kind of muscles that you got, but they really suck and they really hurt the day after, like.
Yeah, definitely feel a good old pinch off them now when you're working on them.
Yeah, the next day when you like, I wouldn't so mind your thighs and your quads and stuff like that. They're okay, you can get away, but calves, man, they suck. As saying, because anytime you move your foot, you feel it. Do you know what I mean? It's like getting your tricep. Anytime you move your tricep, you can, or your arm, you feel it, and it's just, oh, the pain. It's so bad. It really sucks. They're my two. I used to hate doing hill sprints. They used to suck. Absolutely suck balls. I used to hate it. Absolutely hate it
Yeah.
because that was just pure leg, and you wouldn't be able to walk afterwards either, which was not a fun time. Not really a fun time. So what, talk to me about this sort of home fitness and stuff like that. Do you need much equipment to sort of get by? Like, do you need to go away and start buying squat racks and stuff, or can you like do most of it just with your own body weight?
Um. So like from home workouts, is that?
Yeah, from home workouts and stuff like that. You know, you see
Yeah.
all these
So
people and they have like the world's best gym and they like, you know, and do you really have to buy all that type of equipment, or can you just do like with the basic, the dumbbells and maybe a few little what are they called again?
the resistance
Oh,
bands and stuff like that.
yes, that was the one I
Yeah.
was looking for. Yes, so you could basically do a full workout with them, couldn't you?
Yeah, definitely. Like I've had clients that had actually no equipment at all over the lockdown. They
Oh,
literally just had their body weight. I made a circuit for them, and they actually made some really killer progress now. Sean Ryan, he's actually one of my stories. I put him on there recently enough, but he absolutely killed it. All fairness, like, it really improved his body composition. He actually gained lean muscle tissue in the process as well. Really impressed with his physique as well. Like, he's a top man. All fairness, like for like keeping the say work ethic all the way through the whole lockdown period, because it is quite difficult at the same time to kind of like focus on yourself and just do body weight exercises every single week. But you absolutely smashed it.
That's great news too, though. But it must be great to see, like, as everything goes, you're only as good as your client, really. Like, and it must be annoying if, you know, you're pumping so much effort into these people all the time, and they're sort of going, "Oh well, I can't do this, and I can't." Like, you must get some clients that are absolute wreck the heads, and they're turning around and they're going, "Oh, I don't really want to do that, and oh, really, I don't want to do that either, and oh god, I don't want to do this either." So, like, it must be great when you do get sort of clients that are really motivated, really, like, self motivation is the easiest. Like, it's not the easiest thing, but it'd be easiest for you because you know you're on the same playing field as them. So like you don't have to push. You know, the pushing it must be the hardest part of all of it.
Yeah, definitely. Like if you have a client that's willing to give everything into the process and do whatever that needs to be done, that's absolute amazing. Like, just absolute music to my ears. They want to put in the work. They want to reach their goals. At the same time, they kind of form that emotional connection towards their goals. Like they may have something, a reason why they actually want to achieve I want to lose weight, but why do you want to lose weight? Why do you want to gain muscle?
Mhm.
They kind of like answer that question to themselves, and that's a big reason why they want to push on compared to someone that doesn't really kind of dig deep into their goals and think, I just want to lose weight, I want quick results, I want it now, or whatever. They're the people that kind of like plateau, they could stall, they kind of like hate doing the process, compared to someone that's actually enjoying it week to week, enjoying the process. They're the people that can actually like achieve their goals and reach their dream physique, compared to someone that's going to hate the process all the way through, just find it really tedious, just like hating nutrition, hating the training, whichever it may be. They're the people that kind of, stall and drop off even.
Yeah, like that must be like disheartening for you as well, because like, if you put so much time and effort into people and they kind of turn around and, like I said, they're like how I always found it hard, especially for instructors, like when my little time in the gym and in actual proper gyms, like I boxed for years, but in actual proper gyms, like you see some gym instructors and they're like, come on, let's go. And their clients are just like, do you know what I mean? It's like trying to get a child up for school in the morning. Like, you know what I mean? They just have no interest in doing it. You're kind of thinking like, why bother even show up? Like, you know what I mean? That would honestly dishearten me. You're kind of going, nah, you've no interest in this. You're wasting my time. You're wasting your time. Like it must be on another hand then great sort of to try and get them over the hump, because everybody has slump days and stuff like that. But like there
Yeah.
mustn't be anything more annoying than people that just don't want to do the work. Like,
Yeah, it can be frustrating because they came for a service and you're providing the service, but they're not actually like, taking board what you say. That can be frustrating, but it's our job to try and help them become a lot more motivated in themselves, like even though they find the motivation very, very hard to come by. So it's a big part of us to keep on pushing them on and, try and fulfill their potential at the same time.
yeah, man, that like I hats off to you, dude, because there must be something like no more annoying than that. Like that must be like there has to be people. I'm not going to ask you who they are, but there has to be people where they see pop up in your emails and you just go, "Oh, for the love of God!" I know they're paying you, but still, dude, it must be like, these people are really driving me demented here. Like, but no, I'm only messing. Every client is a good client. I'm only messing with you. No, but like, has this always been something that you've wanted to do? Like when you went to college and stuff like that, was it always fitness? Was this like, what did you do in college?
I did recreation leisure management, so it was sports based. Did that for 3 years, and then there was like a extended course. Went to the fourth year then and did bachelor of business. I enjoyed it now, definitely, but it's definitely a good thing to kind of have that business background, especially when you're doing online coaching, because it is a business at the end of the day as well. So you have
Yeah.
to understand what actually takes part in the business. It was great to kind of build up the foundation of nutrition and training through my first couple of years in CIT. So it was definitely worth doing. And then after that, then I kind of like became more in love with the gym every single day, and I just saw people like doing different things on Instagram, and kind of think to myself like, why can't I do that? And
Yeah.
then I just kind of like finally decided to do like a photo shoot prep, did that prep, and saw the changes in my physique over the 12 weeks. And I thought to myself, I could actually do better again. I could actually like compete at a competition. So just kind of like realized my own kind of potential by doing those 12 weeks and kind of looking at myself from the starting pictures compared then, just the big difference in myself.
What are the competitions like? That must be intense, though, is it?
I haven't actually done one now personally myself, so I actually meant to do like a competition. Like this is my 3 or 4 times it got cancelled on me. So I
Jeez.
had I one. The first one was over in England, then the second was in Ireland, then England, and then it was England again. That got cancelled. So I'm planning December as my next one now. So hopefully all things go to plan this time around. Because if you're prepping for a good couple
Yeah.
of weeks and you're expected to do a competition and it gets cancelled, you're like, oh Jesus! After all those weeks. But the second I ended up doing two photo shoots. The first one was strictly just down to a photo shoot, but then the second time round I was meant to be doing like prepping for a competition. But the
Yeah.
competition got cancelled, so it's like, feck it, I might as well just like use what I kind of like did for the last couple of weeks and just kind of like put it to good use and just
Yeah,
like do a
why not?
photo shoot instead. Like, but now the end of the year is the main goal, December.
And how are these competitions sort of, are they based on muscle definition, size, all that type of stuff? Like are you put into different types of weights and stuff like that as well? Like, do you know, under 88, under 100, or like how do the sort of competitions based?
Yeah, so there'll be different categories. So there'd be like men's physique, there'd be classic physique, there'd be open. So there's kind of like they're kind of like bigger. Open would be the biggest, the biggest people out of the bodybuilding competition. Classic would be more conditioning and size at the same time. Whereas men's physique, they don't actually show their legs; they just wear the board shorts. They're a bit more kind of like the kind of typical kind of beach body kind of look. If
Yeah,
any,
top heavy boys.
the most kind of like aesthetic. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, yeah.
So they basically kind of rate them on like basically their size, conditioning, posing. They'd be the kind of three aspects that they'd be kind of lucky at the most.
Do you ever get into a pose and just get cramped? Like that must be a bitch. Like that, the muscle just sort of cramps up halfway through, and you're like, "Oh Jesus, that has to be it. Like that has to hurt when you get cramped." Like, you know,
Yeah,
I get old man cramp now. Like when I get up off the couch, I start getting cramp in my leg, and I'm like, "Oh fuck!" I can't imagine when you're like doing them poses and stuff like that you'd, if you got a cramp at all, that would hurt.
Yeah, the toughest thing is kind of like holding a pose. So I'd be basically trying to like squeeze like whatever muscle you're trying to squeeze and try and show off, like you might be squeezing your bicep, but you'd be trying to show off your calves and whichever it may be as well, or show off your abs, your biceps, your chest. It all has to kind of like be kind of like on par with each other. So it's just holding the poses and trying to look relaxed at the same time. So you don't want to look like, all scrunched up and angry when you're on the stage. You just want to look relaxed. You want to look calm. Like it's not even like you're not even putting any effort into the poses. Basically, you're not flexing hard. That's the kind of look they're kind of going for compared to like someone that's kind of like, gasping for air, like he's struggling. That type of thing. You don't want to be seeing that.
You don't want to see a guy like really trying to burst for a shit. That type of
yeah,
pose.
that's the look. That's the look. You don't want to see that on stage.
Or dropping your shit halfway through a pose or something like that. Yeah, that'd be an awkward type of situation that you'd be stuck in. I've seen, like, I've watched some of the bodybuilding over the years, like, and you see Ronnie Coleman and all them fellas, like they are like muscle on top of muscle on top of muscle. Like them dudes are big fuckers. Like they couldn't even scratch their own arse. I'd say half of them. Like that is big dudes. Like, you know what I mean? Like, are you looking to
absolute specimens?
You can't. Yeah, the specimens is the only word for it. Like Greek gods. That's basically it. Like, But I was listening to an interview with Ronnie Coleman about 2-3 months ago, and that dude used to lift savage weight. Like unbelievable weight he used to lift. Like it wasn't just, oh, I can do this, and sort of it wasn't doing weights to build muscle. That guy was actually doing weights to lift weights. Like the guy was unbelievable. Did he squat like 800 pounds or something like that? That's some figure like that reads in my mind from somewhere. But like to squat that 4 times, I think. And his biggest regret in life is that he didn't do it 6 times. He thinks he could have done it 6 times. And now his back is completely fused together. So he hasn't got a fucking vertebra in his back that's not fused. He's completely crippled by it. To see a man like that size and that just all round power to be on crutches now, like it's sort of an unforgiving sport, really, like,
Yeah, just like there's kind of like hard extremes with it at the same time. You see some people like Ronnie Coleman and Dorian Yates, and they're became like the other spectrum altogether, like genetic freaks.
Yeah. There has to be some of it down to genetics too, though. Like if you're kind of built to lift, you're kind of built to lift. Like, do you know what I mean? I'm not going to, like, I'm 5 foot, maybe 6, maybe 7, maybe if I'm on like in the morning time, but I'm not going to be 280 pounds. Like, you know what I mean? If I was 280 pounds and trying to be 5 foot fucking 7 or whatever I am, I'd probably just collapse due to gravity alone. I don't think my legs would be able to hold me up. So like there has to be a certain amount of it that has to be just pure genetics. Like.
Yeah, there's definitely a genetic kind of aspect to it. But that with like work ethic and like mindset, that's gonna take you
Mhm.
like to the world and back. If you have those kind of
Yeah,
combined together, if you could have the best genetics in the world, like, but if you're not going to show up, you're not going to train, you're not going to eat the right
yeah,
foods, then you're not going to get anywhere. So there is a certain element to it, like, and seeing like people like Ronnie Coleman, Arnold Schwarzenegger, and all them, they're just genetics, hard work, just like the combination of those two, like, and just being absolute freaks.
they are free. Like you see them, then they might prop up on Facebook every now and again. They like the old school strongmen and stuff, and like them dudes were big boys. Like they were like 30-inch biceps and stuff like that. Like that's literally nearly someone's waist. Do you know what I mean? I think
Yeah,
that's like a size 10 in a woman's waist. Like that's fucking huge, man. Like how could you even walk? I'd be tired walking around with them. Like never mind like doing all these poses and working out fucking 3 times a day, eating 400 eggs and about 10 kgs of rice every day. You know what I mean? Like that is that's like a lifestyle. That's a life choice really to make your body look like that. Like basically the Hulk is the easiest way of
yeah,
describing it. Like. Do you know?
definitely.
Did you ever have any interest in getting into any of the strongman competitions or anything like that? Did you ever think that, fuck it, I'll give it a shot. I'll throw a keg over a wall there a couple of times, or you've never taken that sort of mindset? You've been more of the physique side of things.
Yeah, for me personally, I'd be more into the physique side of things. I kind of like
Mhm.
powerlifting in the that's like cool to watch as well.
Yeah, yeah,
I'd love to try the training, but I wouldn't actually like do it like full time. I think I found
yeah.
my area now, so I'm gonna stick here.
Stick in your lane, man. Stick your lane and follow the process. Isn't that what everybody
That's it.
says?
Exactly.
I don't like. You look at the likes of the Mountain and who's the other guy, the Beast.
Oh, Eddie
What's his name?
Hall.
Eddie Hall. That
Eh,
dude is a nice guy.
Yeah,
You can sort of see him coming across as a nice fella. But the two of them
yeah,
are going punching heads of each other. That should be another sort of 30 seconds of a fight that'll both gas out, I'd say.
yeah. They're just
You know?
extremely heavy. But it's funny, like seeing the conditioning they're after, like bringing out as well.
Yeah.
Seeing Thor, he has like proper abs for like the size of him,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
same as
Yeah.
Eddie
Yeah.
Hall, like, and he's like, he's like a boulder, like he's huge.
He is just round. Like that guy is like a figure. He's like a fucking snowman. That's exactly the way that guy is. When you see him lift
Yeah,
was it a ton or half ton? 500 kgs? That's a half
500
ton, isn't it?
kgs.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, he lifted the 500 kgs, and you see the man like he has this stomach that just comes out, like you know what I mean. It's huge, but he's this wide, and now he has like abs. Now he has like a six pack, and he's got like athletic style physique rather than just a pure mass size physique, which is like really interesting. They're doing it in the 3 or 4 weeks time, maybe 5 weeks time. I think I saw something on Facebook recently enough, but like that's going to be what is it? Is it 6 rounds, 6 2-minute rounds or something? That's going to be a lot for them fellas, like, because like that's going to
yeah,
be
definitely.
something that their body has never gone through. It's easy for people to say, "Oh, 2 minutes is just 2 minutes," but 2 minutes is a long time when you're getting punched in the face. A lot.
Oh,
Trust me.
definitely. Like it's
Trust me.
different kind of fitness altogether. Like you could be running on a treadmill for an hour and that'd be grand. You could be on a
Yeah.
bike for 40 minutes, whichever it may be. Like, but if you're in a boxing ring, like, I think you'd be tired fairly fast.
Oh man, the
Definitely.
2 minutes just go so slow. Like you never appreciate how
Yeah.
long 2 minutes are until someone's trying to punch you in the face, or you're trying to get out of their way, or you're trying to punch them in the face. Then 2 minutes lasts for fucking ever, dude. It just doesn't. It doesn't go away. Like you'd be looking at the
Yeah.
clock. Sometimes I remember my fights, and I'd be looking at it, going, "All right, Terrence, you're in the first round. First round always flies. To be fair, second round you're kind of going, okay, I'm doing all right, and then the third round you look over and you're like." Right, round's just started, so we're 2 minutes in. And then you might catch a glance at a clock or something like that, and you're like, oh, fuck, man, I'm only 30 seconds in. I thought it was nearly over. You know what I mean? I still have a minute and a half of this, And then you try and dance around the game. It's like one of them days where you're watching a kettle. You know the way they say that a boiling kettle, or watch kettle never boils, or something like that? And you're looking at the
Yeah.
time, and you're like, Jesus Christ, would this time ever just disappear? And it doesn't. It just keeps going on forever and ever and ever. So 2 minutes is a long time. It's a long time when you're getting punched in the face, man.
Definitely. I'd say they get gassed out very fast. We're probably like hugging for most of it. But it'd be funny to watch two very
Yeah, like
powerful people.
yeah, but see, that's a different type of power. You know yourself. You're like any man can. Well, not I'm not saying any man. Every man can punch, but can they punch correctly? There's two different things. Do you know what I mean? Any man can lift a
Yeah,
weight, but are they lifting it correctly? You know, there's a different
yeah.
style. I don't see why, like, as a boxing, as sort of even the Mayweather thing at the weekend, as sort of a fella that boxed for a long time, it's sort of disgraceful how things have gotten in the boxing genre. As sort
Oh,
of a
it's
businessman, I'm
embarrassing,
kind of
like.
like, yeah, as a businessman, I'm kind of like, fuck it, why not? Let Mayweather make as much money as he can. Do you know what I mean? Because the guy is sort of a marketing genius because he's made people hate him so much that people want to pay to see him fail. And like the guy is just the best their best there's been in his generation. I can safely say probably the best boxer of my generation. We'll say this sort of the 80s to the 90s to sort of the 2000s. There hasn't been anybody to do it like him. Now, I know you've had the Alis and you've had the Frasers and all that back in the 60s and 70s, but like we'll say the modern era hasn't been known to touch him. And like even like you've got the UFC lads coming over and they're trying to box, but like that's exactly what this is for you. You know what I mean? Like, all right, they can fight, but they're not doing it's be like going from lifting weights to powerlifting. You know what I mean? Like, although it's kind of
Yeah,
the same thing, it's completely different. You know,
yeah,
and that's
definitely.
that's what's making it all fucked up. You know, so it'll be interesting to see now how Thor and Thing get on and see how long they last. That's gonna be the most interesting factor I would like to see because they really do hate each other to do them. They actually proper hate each other. Like, so
Yeah,
you
that's
didn't, did you?
proper rivalry.
Yeah, it's a serious. You didn't see that video of where they supposedly caught Thor out of being a cheater in the World's Strongest Man thing. You didn't see that video, no?
No, I haven't seen that. No.
That's where the whole thing came about. They did the overhead press, and Thor he does this like double press thing, which is sort of really tight to being a fail, but it's not really a fail, but it kind of is a fail as well. And he was saying that Eddie Hall and the refs robbed him of it because he finished behind Eddie by 1 point. And like, have a look at it when we finish this podcast. Go have a look at it, and you can make your own decision on it. But like it was like he really lost his shit with him. Like really lost his shit. Threw his trophy down and the whole lot when he finished second, and was like really disrespectful to everybody part of the organization and shit. And told them all to go fuck themselves, and like it really got thick. Like really properly got thick about the whole lot of it. And that's kind of where the
Jeez.
hatred sort of came from. So it's like a legit beef. Like this isn't one of them things that is like calling each other names or something like that. This is kind of a legit beef, which is going to be interesting. You see how long they last.
Definitely gotta watch it. So
Oh yeah, I'll stream it somewhere. I ain't gonna pay for it. There's bound to be some. There's bound to be some superhero on YouTube that'll stream that one for us. I ain't gonna pay for that. There's bound to be some
nah,
dude.
I wouldn't pay for it either. No, definitely. I'd probably watch the highlights the next day, if anything. Wouldn't
Yeah.
bother.
Like I said, I only want to see. I only want to see if they gas out. That's the only thing I want to see. See how quickly they gas out. That is basically all I want to see, and to see how their sort of strength and conditioning sort of comes over and crosses over into the boxing well, because it's going to be a different lifestyle for them. Like, you know, they're big machines to be going that long for that hard. Like, I can't see it lasting the entire time. I can't see it. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe ye bodybuilders and fitness guys are a lot fitter than what I think you are, but I don't know, dude. I really
In a boxing
don't
ring, a
know.
lot. In a boxing ring,
Huh?
I think like probably too much muscle would probably be a bad thing. Either just gas
Yeah,
out.
it'll slow you down, man. It'll like it depends on what size
Especially
ring they'll.
their weight.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what size ring they'll probably go for. They'll probably only go for a 20-foot ring to keep them fairly close together, because if they went for a 24-foot ring, like that's a big ring, like 4 feet on every pillar. It's sort of it makes it 16 foot wider, which is quite a lot to be dancing around for fucking 6'2s or 8'2s or however long it's going to be. So it'll be interesting to see. So that's how you know if you see what size ring they're going for, and if they're going for a really small ring, you know they're going to be both fucked for fitness. If they go for a really big ring, then you know they're going to be both okay. But yeah, I don't know. It'd be interesting. I gotta wait and see. Who you got? Who'd you pick? Go on, you have to have somebody.
Say Eddie Hall, probably. He just
He's
looks
been
the better boxer. He has a boxing background as well, I think.
Yeah, he did
compared to
some
tour.
schoolboy boxing, I think. Yeah, he did some schoolboy boxing. Like, to be fair to poor old Thor, I don't think he can mess up his face any more than what it is, because he kind of talks like Sylvester Stallone before the Rocky movies. And
Yeah,
it'll be interesting to see. Like, to be fair to them, they're going to make a big old pile of money, and like I said, as a businessman in this industry, make as much money as you can, because it's hard work getting punched in the face. It is, and if someone's
definitely.
willing to pay it, why the fuck not? Get paid. Right, like, I saw this one. You got to talk to me about this. Was this before or after the competition? Was this one of the photo shoots you were doing?
Yeah, that was my first photo shoot. Yeah, so
That is
got
that is
absolutely peeled for that one.
You did, man. That is seriously ripped. Like, that is like, you can see your chest. Do you ever see that thing on YouTube, or what is it, on TikTok, where they can make their chest muscles sort of do this type of wave thing? I've seen that, and
Yeah,
that's nuts. That is absolutely crazy. I've never seen that shit before. Like, and we've got, like,
yeah,
you've done some serious training. And I was looking too at some of your clients as well. Like, some of your clients are doing some savage one. Like this one here, that is serious transformation. Like, and what is it?
yeah. She
12
absolutely
weeks.
killed it.
She really did, the girl, in fairness. You can kind of see her mother in the background over here, though, which is, I'm sure she didn't want that picture to be seen over there. But whoever you are, Denise O'Leary, you're on the podcast. Congratulations, Denise. Well done on your transformation. But 12 weeks is the normal plan, is it?
So 12 weeks, but like a lot of people, they'd stay on, like, because like it's all about just setting new goals then after that, and just kind of like, if they want to keep on progressing towards something else, they can like smash their goal after 12 weeks, set another goal, keep it working towards it. And even with Denise now, she's actually prepping for a photo shoot now with me. So we done the 12 weeks first of all, and they put herself into a position where she actually like built up the confidence to think like, I can actually do a photo shoot. So can't wait for that to happen. She has a photo shoot now in 2 weeks time, so can't wait for the end result.
That's a serious sort of, like, massive change in, like, you can even see, like, she's not too enthusiastic about taking her first picture, but you can see the girl is delighted with her sort of after picture as well. So, like, she must be mega pumped for this photo shoot. And, like, what do the photo shoots entail? Is it just basically just kind of showing off your achievements and your, like, sort of your ability, your change in your body and stuff like that?
Yeah, so just basically just capturing all the hard work that you put in for the last 10, 12, whichever, how many weeks it was. You basically just like taking pictures of different poses, anything that you kind of like prefer to show off. The photographer is usually very good as well. They kind of just give you tips on how to kind of like capture the kind of best pictures, what kind of looks good for you. They're very kind of professional. The two fellas that I worked with previously, Kest and Stephen Black, they're very good now. They kind of just give you guidelines all the way through, and you basically just kind of like, you have to kind of work the face, you have to work the body, just kind of like hold everything together. Same with a competition, you have to kind of look relaxed, but at the same time you have to squeeze everything at the same time. So it's definitely tough. You feel wrecked after it because you're on such low calories by the actual photo shoot day itself that you'd be just like wrecked from just like squeezing the muscles. You'd be exhausted by the end of it.
Yeah, isn't there an old trick where if you drink as a white wine or something like that, it helps sort of show off the muscles a little bit more? A couple of glasses of white wine the night before. When the old bodybuilders, it was an old bodybuilding trick, I'm nearly sure, that they used to do when they were the big competition. There was a bit of white wine or something that I think they probably just wanted to fucking drink at the end of it anyway, to be fair to the guys. But yeah, white wine supposedly
dry you out.
Yeah,
it's meant to dry you out, so you kind of look a bit more kind of ripped. I haven't done it now personally. I've just kind of just done my dropped my calories, just like changed my water intake, stuff like that. Like on the shoot day itself, I just didn't have water at all, so just look as dry as possible. Just keep as tight as possible, so you're not really eating much that day. So you're just trying to kind of hold on to the look, by just like eating like maybe like could be like a chicken breast in the morning, something like that. But afterwards, then you celebrate properly.
Force there, double everything in the force there. Yeah, it sounds basically like weigh-in days for me years ago. Like you wouldn't, if you were tight to the weight, you wouldn't have dinner beforehand, and you wouldn't have breakfast that day. Like we would weigh in and fight on the same day, so it was really tough. Like, so like you'd see fellas and they kind of they'd be starving basically. Some of them mightn't have eaten 24 hours before the weigh-in day. Like they would have stopped eating. We'd say if we got weighed in on the Friday, they would have stopped eating like Wednesday night, at nothing Thursday, weighed in Friday, and then try to rehydrate themselves. And like you can just like, I've seen fellas puking before fights because their stomach isn't just ready for the amount of food that they're taking on board, and puking after fights because their body just doesn't know what to do with it. You know what I mean? They've got into sort of starvation mode, and their body really can't take all of the not nutrients, but all of the mass that they've literally taken on. So I can appreciate the starvation to get the right look.
It's definitely a big thing as well, like reversing out of a diet, because once you're actually like cutting down to that body fat percentage, you're just so lean, and then you have to kind of like build up your calories over time, so you can like enjoy the day that's in it, even the day after. But it's really important just kind of like monitor what you're eating after that, then, because you can become like quite food focused, because you've been like starving yourself for the past couple of weeks, deprive yourselves of all this kind of like, you know, chocolates, pizza, burgers, stuff like that. So you just have to kind of monitor that the best way possible, and just kind of build yourself up slowly up to maintenance. And again, so you put yourself into a really good position to start building on from there, like adding on some muscle.
Yeah, like because you can become so focused. Like food can be your friend and your enemy, all like in a blink of an eye. Really, like it can be, like I said, your friend after a gym and everything's great, and you know you have your cheat days and stuff like that. But sometimes, like, you can just be focused on the food too much, and you can sort of build not a hate, like a love-hate type relationship with food, which is a very sort of taboo subject in Ireland right now, isn't it? Like everybody's like, oh, you must eat healthy, you must do this, you must do that. But like you can do so much of it, and it can kind of have the reverse effect in what you're trying to do. You can become so self-conscious of what you eat that it can badly affect you.
Yeah, I think, you know, like people kind of like go to extremes. They kind of think like, oh, I'm just going to eat 1,000 calories a day and that's going to like help me get lean, whichever it is. But you got to eat everything in moderation. You eat the foods that you like. That's why I get all my clients to like send me on a list of like their favorite types of food. Like even like the plans that I'd be giving out, I'd be like including like cereal. I'd have like a square bar, simple things like that they'd be actually able to enjoy on a daily basis. Like, you know, it's not all just having like chicken, rice, veg, just having like, you know, the basic kind of bodybuilding foods, let's say. It's about like including all the foods that they like and just kind of like gradually bringing it down over time, compared to some people just think like, I'm just going to eat absolutely nothing for 2 weeks straight. They just burn themselves out and that's it, game over. They're like back on eating a load of food. Whatever they kind of lost, they'd be putting it back on, if not more. So
and some that's the dangerous, isn't it? Like the way you can explode in and explode out. Like,
yeah, so it's definitely like the best option going forward is just kind of like a sustainable approach, something that you could do on a daily, consistent basis. That's actually going to get you results and keep those results, compared to, you know, rebounding really badly and just, you know, putting yourself in a terrible position. And again, and that's the last thing you want to do.
Yeah, everybody can be guilty of it, man. Like you kind of see, the thing about it is you see the end goal, whether it be a photo shoot or a competition or something like that, and then you kind of go, what do I do after that? You know what I mean? Like, what's next? You know, like you can be so focused on one event that you're kind of going, what do I have left to do? You know what I mean? Like, am I still keep going? Or like, that's what is really good about like what I've listened to you, that you're able to sort of set more goals and keep going all the time. Because like a person without a goal is lost. You know, that's what I think. If a person has a goal, they can work on something all the time, and at least that gives them something to aim towards. Like,
yeah, it's funny, like, because you'd be working towards this specific goal for maybe like 12 weeks, let's say the photo shoot, and then all of a sudden, like, you're basically, before you're like starving yourself for this goal, you're basically just like working your ass off in the gym, you're doing your cardio every day, and then you've achieved your goal. You just kind of feel a bit lost for a second or two, but then you have to kind of like set new goals, and again to kind of bring yourself on. Like, and even listening to my clients every day, that kind of gives me a big boost, gives me a big motivation. Like, and it's brilliant kind of hearing their feedback and having something like to focus on straight away. Because if you didn't have anything to focus on, I think you probably go mad after like 12 weeks looking at one thing and then it's all gone. So
Definitely. Like, what is the big, like, when most of your clients come to you, right? And you've got your questionnaire at the start and stuff like that. What is the biggest thing? Like, uh, is it like weight loss, or is it confidence, or what is sort of the main thing? Like, do they just want new habits, or what's kind of the main thing people sort of ask your help with?
yeah, so there'll be so many kind of different areas. You kind of mentioned a few of them there now. Um, Weight loss is probably like the most popular one, really. There would be a lot of people that'd be um, like men like myself, like they'd be like trying to add on muscle. Even like women that'd be like that bit leaner, they find themselves like they're a bit petite, bit skinny. They'd be like thinking the opposite spectrum. Then like they just want to start increasing their size and then be able to like
Mhm.
cut down in the future and be able to show off all the muscle they built up over that period of time. So it's definitely kind of like a combination of a couple of different things between just like, fat loss, gaining muscle, increased confidence, developing good habits with their food, could be training, having good structure, having accountability. There's so many different kind of aspects that we kind of like looking to improve upon, really.
And like, like I said to you at the very start of all this, like, it must be great to see them like achieve their goals and stuff like that, that they're able to, like, you see it happening. Like, it's like a little flower sort of blossoming all the time, like, getting stronger and stronger and stronger. Like, and when they're achieving it, I like, of course, as the more they achieve, the better you feel and the better they feel. So like, it's a win-win situation for all involved.
Yeah, there's definitely a kind of like element of pride when you kind of see the changes in someone, like between like their headspace, mentally, how much they improved over the last couple of weeks. Like they're so much happier themselves, so much more confident. Like just even seeing their physique as well, starting pictures compared to like you know what they've achieved over the last couple of weeks is just absolutely crazy. And you have the numbers then as well, between their starting weight, their waist measurement, stuff like that. That's gives them a massive boost. Like shows them that they're doing really really well. Because a lot of people kind of like when they see themselves in the mirror every single day, they don't really kind of see the changes in their body as much
Mhm.
compared to if they saw like the photos, starting pictures compared to now, or even like saying like you've lost this amount of weight. And if they didn't kind of like put that into consideration, to be like, oh, geez, I'm after like
Yeah.
losing all this weight. I look like that, and now I look like this. I never thought I actually looked like
Yeah.
this in the first place, but it just makes a big kind of boost to their lives, definitely.
Yeah, when you put it in black and white, in all intents and purposes, when you put it black and white towards people, they sort of go, "Wow, yeah, I actually." Because I'd imagine with some people, they like you were saying there, if they look at themselves every day, they don't actually figure out what is actually they've achieved or what they've actually done. But when they sort of see the pre and the post, I can only imagine that it's like, wow, like you get a lot of people going, "Jesus, did I look like that?" And you kind of go, yeah, you did. Do you know what I mean? And you're kind of going, didn't want to say anything, but yeah, no, man, it must, like I said, man, it must be a really cool job that you get to see so much benefit in people and so much growth in people that it must be like super rewarding. And like, I can't think of another job like it, to be fair. Like, I'm sure teaching and nursing is much the same, because you can see actual changes in people. Because like, I'm really, really impressed by people that do this. Like, and are passionate about it, because there's a lot of, like, I'd say a lot of people are out there just sort of chancing their arm and shit like that, just sort of going,
Oh,
"Oh,
definitely.
PT is fashionable now. Like, I want to be on Love Island or something like that." Like, you saw every single one of them fuckers online going, "Oh, I'm a PT trainer. Oh, I'm a PT. Oh, I do PT. I PT." And like, you look at them and you go, "Really? Do you really do PT?" Like, so
Yeah.
I'd say there's a lot of bullshit in your industry right now. I'd say that must be hard to deal with.
Yeah, definitely. Like, there's a lot of people that are kind of in it for the wrong reasons, and I think like for them, they kind of get found out fairly fast if they're just kind of looking for, oh, I'm just gonna make a quick fix. I'm just gonna get money off this person or whatever. I don't really care about them. Like, so
Yeah, yeah,
the main thing is that like you care about their client, you want to see changes in them, like, and if you really care about what you do and you love what you do, you're going to really help that person compared to like the other spectrum where they're kind of like thinking about more, I want to make this money. You're just thinking money, 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 and that's definitely not
yeah,
a good headspace to be in. Like, and you're not going to do well when you're kind of thinking about money compared to actually like properly wanting to help someone, like, and help them kind of grow
yeah.
and fulfill their potential, like, and reach their goals.
100%, man. But what do they say? If you enjoy going to work, it's not work or something. There's an old saying like that, which has to be true in your industry, because like listening to people all like there must be a certain as I used to say when I was serving out drinks, like I'm an underpaid psychiatrist, you know. You kind of listen to everyone's problems and you try to sort of fix them on their merry little way afterwards, like, you know what I mean. There must be a lot of sort of like psychology behind a lot of the stuff you do as well, because like you're making people own up to their worst aspects of their life with the questionnaires, you know. Like if you make really people sit down and look at what they're doing with their lives, you're kind of going, oh man, am I really that bad? Like, you know what I mean? Am I really doing this? Am I like, there has to be a wow factor and a shock factor to actual people sitting down and feeling accountable for what they're actually doing.
Yeah, that's definitely a big thing. Accountability, like, you know, having a coach to come to at the end of the week and saying like, I've done this, I've done that, done this, or whichever it is, like, you know, that it's really, really important to have that at the end of the week. That's going to help you like grow. That's going to help you reach your goal in the future. If you want to lose weight, if you want to get stronger, get bigger, whichever it may be, because if you don't have that kind of accountability and kind of someone that's looking after you, a lot of the time you can fall off the wagon and just, you know, go into a binge and just continue. You just think like, oh, I fell off the wagon, I'm just going to continue in this downward spiral. And that's the main thing. You just kind of like, you know, if you went off plan, just get back on the horse. There's no problem with that now at all. Like, or you missed a training session, anything like that. It's not the end of the world. Like, it's not going to, like, you know, the past couple of weeks is not going to kind of go out the window just because you missed out on, you know, having a meal, you didn't get your training session, you missed your cardio, whichever it is. Like, you know, just keep on going. Just keep on going.
There's always speed bumps in every journey, like, you know what I mean? Like, so you have to kind of just take the good with the bad along the way, I'd imagine.
Yeah, it's all about, you know, everyone kind of faces speed bumps. Like even myself, like you've come across like days where you're feeling that bit unmotivated, but it's about how you kind of deal with that and keep on moving forward. So it's about your actions, how it kind of like defines the path you're going to go on, basically. So
that's a great way of looking at it. Talk to me about the PT's best friend, right? These Monster energy drinks. I cannot understand how every single PT fella is like either sponsored by Monster or drinks 15 cans of Monster a day, or like is Monster the go-to thing for PT guys, like, or is that something that is just more of a look than anything else? You're not sponsored by Monster or anything. Am I really shooting you in the foot now talking about Monster? Like, you don't got like Monster written on your t-shirt or anything? I'm not going to out you by sponsoring.
No, no, I'll go with the Monster brand anyways now for the time being. No, I love the drink now, in fairness. It's good for like, it's caffeinated, so it gives you a nice boost, like if you're having a like pre-workout, let's say. It could be a really good option for you if you're feeling like really tired during the day. Just have that kind of Monster, wait a half hour, go for your gym session, then like that's when the caffeine's going to kick in. But you definitely see it's very popular now. It's like a big trend at the moment, like energy drinks like Monster kind of specifically, really. Like there's the rest of the kind of brands are kind of just, you know, floating around, but Monster will be the top of the class, I suppose.
Monster's really taken off. Really, yeah, it really has sort of taken off with the gym fanatics, really. Like you see sort of Red Bull now is that kind of hangover. That's that kind of, it's a bit like Facebook and TikTok, really, isn't it? Like Facebook is like the Red Bull version of it and TikTok is like the Monster version of it. You know what I mean? They've kind of a new age type of thing. Whereas when I was growing up, it was all Red Bull, Red Bull, Red Bull. Like, you know, nowadays it's all Monster and stuff like that, which is, like I said, it's a bit like Facebook and TikTok, really, isn't it? The new generation are kind of having their own little bit of a say. But it's like these pre-workout things as well, man. That's like pure, it's pure caffeine, really, to get you that extra sort of boost at the gym and stuff. Like you see some fellas and they're just eating it raw. Like you go down with the scoop, like you're kind of going, man, that can't taste good. Like,
yeah, they're kind of like, I think with the Monster anyways, like it's kind of like zero sugar at the same time, so you're not putting on, you know, excess calories compared to if you're having like some energy drinks now. They'll be full of sugar, full of caffeine. You're just going to feel like crap and you're just consuming a lot of calories at the same time. So there's no point wasting like, you know, calories on, you know, a liquid. You might as well just waste it on food, especially when you get it 0 calories. But with the pre-workouts now, definitely like, it's gotten very popular now these days. People are like, you know, like you said right there, like they're dry scooping it, and it's just caffeine, beta alanine, and L-citrulline, and all these different like ingredients stuck inside it. So it's kind of like gives you like a good like pump as well. So basically, like
Yes, yeah.
it makes your arms swell up that bit more. Like some of the products, and plus like caffeine, it's really kind of good boost for like if you're feeling a bit unmotivated during a like before a workout. It's really good to
Yes.
kind of like maybe implement it sometimes, but don't become dependent on it, because you
Yeah,
don't want to be
addicted
like
to it.
take it every single day, and that's going to lead to you becoming like, you know, you'd be feeling that you need it, but at the same time when you
Yeah,
have it, you probably feel, you know, all right, compared to if you take it sporadically, the odd time, then you're getting a nice
kind of
boost off
start
it,
the
have a
system
good
up.
session. Yeah. So I kind of save it for my leg days, because leg days are the kind of most challenging. Like, so have a pre-workout and just barely be able to walk out of the building afterwards. Then,
Pre-workout and crawl out afterwards, huh? Is that type of thing.
yeah, that's
What do
it.
you like on what do you like on cooking? Do you enjoy cooking? That was one thing that I used to always like. I said at the very start when I started doing this last year, I said to myself, you know what, Terrence, during COVID, we're going to learn how to cook. We're going to meal prep. We're going to do all that. And I still know the same 5 or 6 dinners that I know every single day. Are you any good at the meal prepping and stuff?
Pretty handy now. All fairness, I just cook every
Do you
single one of
enjoy
my
it?
meals. Like, yeah, I enjoy actually cooking my own stuff because I know exactly what goes into it.
Mm,
Sometimes, you know, like you'd be thinking like, oh, I'm eating healthy, I'm eating out now, like a healthy option. But there could be all these different oils thrown into it, and then before you know it, like all your calories start racking up fairly fast. Compared to if you're
yeah.
eating at home, like make your own food, like adding your own seasoning, herbs, stuff like that, like just to make it the way you want to make it. Like, so, yeah, I enjoy my bit of cooking now. I wouldn't be a pro, definitely not, but I enjoy my bit of cooking. Yeah.
I can't do it, man. I don't have the patience for it. I've said it a couple of times here. I end up eating the ingredients. If chicken, if I could eat chicken raw, I would. So like I can't stand it, bro. It drives me bananas having to fucking prep it all. And I was on Instagram the other day and I found this Facebook or not Facebook page, Instagram page, called the Meal Prep King. I think it is. Have you seen this page? This page is
No, I haven't. No.
nuts, dude. Oh man, check out this fucking page. This, like, if I can get it, I won't be able to get it up now, I'd say. But hold on, let's see if I can. Let's see if I can get it there now. But pop up. It probably won't pop up now because here we go. Hold on a second. Let me show you. These guys are unbelievable, right? They have, like, this is the type of prepping they do. Let's see that, and it's an English company, or an English page. Let's see if I can get at it there now. Hang on. Let's see if we can get this to blow up a small bit. Like, that is some meal prepping, like.
Yeah, that's a lot of food right there.
That is a lot of food, and they have their own brand of lunch boxes and everything now out. Like, they are seriously meal preppers. Like, check it out. Honestly, I can recommend anybody that doesn't like cooking to sort of check this out. But they do like these massive big tables of breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and dessert. So like they have the 4 meals done out every single day, and all these different types of things, and like they make it look so easy, which is like makes me feel like an even bigger idiot than I am to say that I can't even cook these type of things. But oh man, it is cool. It's a cool page. I have to admit now, it is a cool page. I was delighted I found it. I still haven't managed to do any cooking. Well, I'm still useless at it. But hey, we're getting there. We're getting there. Small steps, little yellow, or what do they say? Little Lego bricks builds a big building. So look, we're gonna get there. We're coming to the end because I said I'd only keep you an hour, and I'm only gonna keep you an hour, brother, because I know you're very busy. You gotta do all your check-ins and all your plans. So look, I really appreciate you doing this. So thank you so much. We got loads of people coming in online saying hello and well done, and they're so delighted for you and stuff like that. So big up yourself, man. You're really killing it. And like I said at the very start of this, your physique is unbelievable. So you're smashing it. So congratulations. So we got to get to the very hardest part of our podcast. Is our 30-second rapid fire quiz, right? So we've got yeah, this is harder than the Leaving Cert now. Like, there's kids at home looking at this thinking that Jesus Thank God I'm doing the leaving cert tomorrow because there's no way I could do Terrence's 30-second quiz, right? So hang on a second now. Let's see if we can get this going. When we get up to 1 hour 11 minutes, right, 30 seconds quiz starts right now. Which is worse, doing the dishes or washing your clothes?
Dishes.
Chocolate in the fridge or outside the fridge?
Outside.
Are you a Coke or Pepsi guy?
Coke. Probably not. Neither.
What's the correct way to hang the toilet roll? Does it go over the top or does it go underneath?
Over the top.
Over the top. Android or Apple phone?
Apple.
iPhone. Apple all the way. Favorite actor or actress?
Probably DiCaprio or The Rock. Either or.
The Rock, Dwayne. I'm like the definition of a bodybuilder, definition of an absolute monster. If you're in a hotel room, would you like an ocean view or a city view?
Ocean view.
Dog person or a cat person?
Dog all day.
All day, baby. All day dog person. And what's your favorite day of the week?
Saturday.
Saturday. Lazy day Saturday, huh?
Yeah, that's it.
But yeah, getting back to The Rock, man, that dude just doesn't stop, does he? Like, what age is he? He must be he must be nearly 50. He has to be 50. And the dude has got a
I'd
body
say
on him.
definitely his 50s. But he's looking better every year, which is just madness altogether. He looks better now compared to 20, 30 years ago.
Yeah, when he was in the WWF, he was athletic, but the guy is a beast, like absolute fucking beast, He's got dedication because I read somewhere that no matter what time he starts shooting at, whether it's like 8 o'clock in the morning or like 6 o'clock in the morning, the dude gets up 2 hours or 3 hours beforehand and does like an hour workout every day. Like the guy doesn't quit. He literally does not quit. So like no matter where he's shooting, if he's getting up at like 8 o'clock, he's up at 4, does his whole workout, does the shoot, and then probably trains afterwards as well. Like that's dedication, bro. That is dedication.
He's looking nuts at the moment. He's doing like a superhero movie, and he's just looking absolutely shredded, which is mental for his size.
Yeah, like you can't imagine he could get any better. Like realistically, as a human body, you can't imagine the dude would get any better. Like at that age, man, he has to be on testosterone or something because like to be that athletic, it has to be like is he juicing? I don't know. I wouldn't say that. I'm a big fan of The Rock, so we ain't gonna dish on The Rock. We ain't gonna give The Rock.
He might be watching.
Yeah, of course. Every week he texts me and says he's watching. But dude has to be on testosterone or something, like, because there's no way he's producing that amount all the time. Like he has to be on something just to like fuck, man. Like it's unbelievable his physique, like absolutely unbelievable. The dude is just better and better. Like he can kick anybody's ass. In fairness, whether it be wrestling or even in the movies now, there's probably not too many people on the planet that kind of have that work ethic. You know what I mean? Like to go to do his 9 to 5 and still train all the time and still do 400 movies a week. Like, like, the guy is definitely pretty cool. The guy is pretty cool.
Next for president now, US.
Oh yes, definitely him for when is it? 2024? No, it's not 2024. What is it? It's every 4 years over there, is it? Or every 5? Is it every 4 years?
4 years.
7 years here. Yeah, it's 7 years here, so it's every 4 years. So what are we in now? 2021, so 2025? Would that make sense? No, 2024, because Biden has been a president a year already, hasn't he? Or was it the start of this year? Yeah, he was COVID. No,
the year now.
Trump. Well, is it 2024? I don't know. Maybe they start in 2024 and it's 2025 when you get made president. I won't even try and say that word again. But anyway, brother, I'm going to let you go because I really appreciate your time. Thank you so much for doing this. Like everybody's coming in saying you're absolutely doing a fucking great job, man. So be very, very proud of yourself. We've loads of people that have come in that I didn't get a chance to say hello to. But no, loads of people coming in, checking out, saying thank you so much for everything you've done. And you're absolutely killing it, man. So hopefully we might check in with you in a year's time and see what you're like. You're probably too big for the camera then because you'll probably be doing competition. And if I don't talk to you before, man, have a great competition. And I really hope it goes ahead because there's nothing worse than having to train for something and nothing come about. I suppose you could always go for another photo. You can always have another photo shoot. Think of it that way.
That's it. Make the most of it.
Yeah, that's it, man. That's it. All right, my brother. I really appreciate you coming in. Thank you so much for doing this. And we talk to you soon. So we see you later, man. All right. Be good.
Pleasure. Good luck.